Your girl Alexi from RedCarpetFly.com, and I am here with a very special guest, Miss Anaya Lovenote. Anaya, thank you so much for being and having some time to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Especially with all the coronavirus, I'm like, finally, something.
Well, thank you so much. Girl, you did your thing on that video. I loved it.
Thank you. It was, oh my gosh. Like, I've had that song for almost a year, and I've had to change features. I had to have it mixed and mastered like 5-6 times by different people. The stretch was like, I was ready to get rid of this song, honestly. And then when it came to the video, that video process was like very, very, very stressful until the day of.
Okay.
And so I actually looking back at it, I'm like, man, it was worth it. Definitely worth it.
You looked really good. And talking about that, I wanted to ask you, how was it working with the Ying twins and also Chanel West Coast?
It was an experience because the Ying twins are, of course, way older now, and they still know how to turn up. Like, they're very, like, they still have that Atlanta vibe where nothing, and for me, working with two legends, I felt like I definitely wanted to get the most out of this experience. And they gave me great advice as an upcoming artist. One of them was helping me with knowing what to drink as far as down my vocals and vocal warm-ups and things of that nature. Of course, we went to go party afterwards. It was just such an amazing, amazing experience to even be in their presence for me, because I grew up listening to them. And Chanel, she's such a sweetheart. She's making TikTok videos everywhere, showing a lot of love. She's so funny. She's so sweet. She's so vibrant. With her, working her, I definitely learned be myself without worrying about changing myself. Because with Chanel, she gets a lot of controversy, especially, being rapping and her being Caucasian. It's, why you're white girl, you can't rap, but she's her own person. She's definitely one of those people who's been in this industry long enough to know, like, you either gonna be happy with yourself, you're gonna change yourself. But she definitely gave me some really good advice about making sure the industry doesn't change me.
Well, it seemed like it was such a natural kind of chemistry, both with Chanel West Coast and also with the Ying twins. So like I said, that video was excellent. I enjoyed it. And I just wanted to know, what inspired you to write Secure the Bag?
At a point in my life, I was trying to figure myself out again. My appearance, financially, things of that nature. I was dealing with management who was not doing what they're supposed to for me. And I had moved out here to California, and I've been out here for about a year now, and I didn't have a job. I wasn't allowed to work. So that kind of drove me into depression, not being an independent woman, having to rely on these people to make sure, like, I could eat or I could studio sessions and things of that nature. So I told myself that going into the next year, I will no longer rely on anyone anymore. I will no longer allow men to take my energy, friends to take my energy. I will no longer carry baggage that I just have no choice but to accept, personally from family histories. So when I wrote Secure in the Bag, I wanted people to know that I have found myself. I'm now where I want to be. I'm now the person I want to be. I'm now the woman I want to be. I'm making really good money. I done stepped into the new year. My drip is always on point at this point.
Right.
I'm not stressing out. I have more peace in my life. And being that, I felt like, man, I'm securing my bag.
Right.
And I want people to know that this is a new Anaya, and I refuse to go back to the old ways. And kind of that came from.
I love it because it's kind of like a woman's anthem, you know, like don't depend on any man, just make sure that you're focused and that you're securing your back. So I loved it. What do you say to people who say, like, you and Meg Thee Stallion and Cash Doll, all you guys talk about is, like, getting money and not so much using men, because your song wasn't about that, but always, like, just getting money and so money focused. And they might say that's a bad thing. What do you say to people who say that?
I don't really talk about, because they're rappers. I'm a singer, so it's a lot different. But for me, that's what people want to hear. Realistically, that's what people want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
When you write a love song, it either has to be upbeat and catchy, like Boot Up. LMA had Boot Up for almost 2 years before it got to where it is now. And it just takes a longer process for your song to get where it needs to go as far as it being a hit, when it's about love songs or your heart being broken or you being in a great relationship. Nobody wants to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, but it's true.
Right.
So although that's what the topic is, everybody can relate to it. Men or women, they can relate to getting money.
Yeah.
They can relate to being on their shit. They can relate to, only wanting certain things. And when it comes to a relationship, it may not be like, oh, we're together. I might only want to just deal with you in that way,
right,
and go about my day.
Mm-hmm.
So if this generation, they're pro, and the generation before me, I guess, like me, but I'm a 90s baby, so I feel like it's kind of a little different in my area.
Mm-hmm.
But today's kids, they really only know about money, cars, girls shaking it. It doesn't matter if you're a female rapper or a male rapper. Mm-hmm. They all talk about the same stuff.
Right.
The only difference is men include shaking that. I mean, I don't know if I'm cussing, but they include seeing all of that,
right,
and shaking all of that, and women doing that for money. Mm-hmm. The only difference is women are actually, instead of a man saying it, we're saying it for them.
Right.
So you can't be like, oh, she's a whatever. I don't know. I'm allowed to use cuss words.
Well, I don't mind it, but I definitely understand what you're saying. Like I said, I enjoyed it thoroughly because I'm always about securing the bag. So, I loved it, and I thought it's very timely. I think that, sometimes girls get very caught up in trying to be the next girl, be the girl. So what you're saying is like, look, work on and focus on you and secure the bag. Mm-hmm. One thing that I found out that was really interesting about you is that you work with Earth, Wind, and Fire's nonprofit. I don't know what the nonprofit is. I'm trying to look here at my notes. But how did you get linked up with Earth, Wind, and Fire and their nonprofit?
My publicist actually linked me with Philip Bailey, mm-hmm. who is part of Earth, Wind, and Fire. When I first started working with my publicist, Rachel, she'd asked me, like, is there any charities that I wanted to be a part of, things of that nature. I grew up in foster care, so I was very adamant that any charity that I worked with, rather starting off now or whatever, or later down the road, it had been with foster kids. And like anti-bullying, I cannot use, never to say that word, and that too. So when she presented Philip Bailey's Music is Unity, it was music and foster kids put into one. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, like, that's like killing two birds with one stone. Like, I would love to be a part of that. I mean, who wouldn't? That's definitely something very more inspiring than what I thought in my head. Mm-hmm. Like, when I was thinking about charities, I had no idea it was going to be to this extent. So to see my idea of giving the kids a talent show so they can be able to get advice from people that they also look up to,
Mm-hmm.
was definitely, I guess, the blessing out of working with them.
Well, I looked at their website and stuff, and it looks like they do really amazing stuff for a lot of the kids in the community. So that's an awesome organization that you got to be a part of, or that you are a part of.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, since you grew up in foster care, how has that experience, has that helped you or hindered you in your musical ambitions?
It's a pro and a con, because me, as far as trusting people, I'm in foster care. You really are got to figure it out on your own once you age out of care. And if your experience, like mine, was going from home to home to home to home,
Mm-hmm.
shelter to shelter, always having to move schools, not being able to make friends because you always had to leave.
Yeah.
It definitely became you had to be more independent and rely on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to my music, I'm very on guard about trusting people who I work with, trusting their words, saying they're going to do something, they actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
The pro to that is, because I'm so used, because of that, I'm very independent. I'm very good at getting things done on my own. I'm very good at talking to people, getting myself into the best parties, or, connected with this person without needing somebody else to do that for me.
Right.
So that to me made me more motivated. It gave me something to look forward to. It gave me something to motivate myself. I don't want my future kids to be in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I never want them to feel like they don't have a home.
Right.
I don't want foster kids to think the percentage of them being something successful is slim to none. I want to be that example for them. And because I've gone through all of that, I've always told myself, if I don't become successful about anything, I want to make sure somebody hears my story, and them kids know that you can do it.
Right, right.
It's very important to me. That means the world to me, for them to know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I got older, I did, I mean, this industry is something, but I've come to trust a little bit more better.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to learn how to be more patient. And I've come to learn that everybody don't have your best interests at heart. So you just, and they're going to be no's. You're going to get told no so many times. You're not people that don't believe in you the way you believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But you just got to keep going. And when I look back at where I started and where I'm at now, man, that makes me smile.
Well, you've earned a fan in me, so I'm definitely going to be watching the stuff that you're coming out with, and your videos. On a lighter note, well, I guess it's a lighter note, maybe. What have you been doing since you've been locked in? This is crazy, right? We're locked in. I can't see you face to face.
I know. Besides eating, okay, trying to get thick out here in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, catching up on all my old favorite TV shows. I'd be watching Smart Guy like crazy. I've caught up on all the That's So Raven shows. Of course, movies. To be honest with you, I've gotten out the house. I have. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't. I gotta get out the house. So I'll go to my friend's house, who doesn't stay that far from me, as long as she don't have nobody over there.
Right.
She's my best friend, so I got to go get at the house. I told my fans, I've been in this house so long, I've named every wall in my house. I've named them. I know how many steps it takes for me to get from my room to the kitchen.
Oh my gosh. How long have you been in?
We, since the 14th of March.
Okay.
Because my job stopped on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
They said that we can't go to work on the 15th. So I've been in the house since then.
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks for myself as well. So getting that cabin fever. But being able to do stuff like this helps out a lot. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I said being able to do this helps out a lot. I've been in for about 3 weeks.
See, and then, he pushed it all the way back for another month. I'm losing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, me personally, I feel like by him pushing it back to April 30th, I do feel like violence is about to come upon us. People are about to start, having to do anything they need to take care of their kids, pay their bills. I think it's going to drive people to start, like fights. I've already seen people were fighting in the grocery store when this first came out. Now you're telling them that they can't go and make money again for 30 days. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. That's so crazy. Yeah. Kids' education is being affected. And, every parent is about to lose their mind having their kids at the house. Like, so I don't see this turning out very good. I'm praying that it doesn't get to that point, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? Me too. I'm in the same boat with you. I'm praying that everything works out well. But, I have created a game. Can you hear me? Okay, there might be a slight delay. I created a game that we can play because of in honor of your song, Securing the Bag. It's called Cash or Smash. And I'm going to name a few celebrities, and you tell me if you would sleep with them for cash or you would sleep with them. So if you sleep with them for cash, you say cash. If you sleep with them because you actually are interested, you would say smash. So you want to play?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is Lil Wayne. Cash or smash?
If it was the old Lil Wayne, it'd be smash. This new Lil Wayne, cash.
Okay. What about Drake?
Smash.
Okay. Let me see. Who else did I have on my list? What about Donald Trump?
Oh. Hell no. Do I have to pick one or the other? He's on my list. He's on my list. Jesus to get rid of. Jesus. Cash.
Yeah, 100% cash for me too.
Yeah.
What about? Oh, I'm trying to think of some good ones here. Let me get some R&B guys. What about Miguel?
If it was old Miguel. Okay. I don't know. Miguel still looks good for his age that he's in right now. Nah. Cash.
Cash. Okay. What about Justin Bieber?
Smash.
Okay.
And I don't even go outside my race, but I believe he's still black inside. So.
Okay, well, that's it for today. I mean, it was incredible interviewing you. You're such a sweet girl.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. Can't wait to go back and watch it.
Yes. Before we go, I just want you to do a drop.
Okay. What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Anaya Lovenote. I hope you check out my new single, Securing the Bag, right here only on Always Stay Fly. Because I always stay fly, honey.